Special kind of application is when we take an old treatment plant and we'll retrofit, we fix it up, we increase the capacity. And the example I'm going to show you is a treatment plant that was built 50 years ago, serves 500,000 people. It's about 80,000 cubic meters in capacity. What you can see on the picture is a typical activated sludge plant with 3 trains. You can see the primary clarifiers, the aeration, the biological reactors, 2 secondary clarifiers on each. Over time, they built a nitrogen removal system, a biophore. And on the left-hand side of the slide, you can see the anaerobic digestors. Now, over time, the anaerobic digestors not only started to serve as a way to digest the sludge, but the operators started to bring in additional high-strength waste. And today, they produce in the anaerobic digestors twice the amount of biogas than what they need to run the treatment plant. In effect, the treatment plant became a little bit like a small power plant. The side effect of which is that there is a very high-strength leachate coming out of the digestors. So you can take a look at the process scheme, a very simplified process scheme here. We have the wastewater treatment plant, and we have a waste-to-energy plant. That high-strength waste that is coming out from the digestors actually increased the load on the treatment plant, sometimes 40, 60, or even 100%, depending on what component we looked at. And our task was to increase the capacity of the treatment plant without building new reactors. So let's take a look at, this was the original layout. Each of the 3 trains looked like this, which actually 2 sides to each. And this is the cross-section, a typical activated sludge plant. And what we did, we filled the reactors with partially with natural media, which is the plants, and also with biomodules, the artificial media, adjusted the aeration, and of course, enclosed the entire plant with the greenhouse. With this kind of intensification, we were able to increase the nutrient removal capacity by 50 to 100%. On the layout, you can see on the lower part of the slide, there is a little bit of educational annex, which is a feature that we are increasingly asked by our clients to provide, because these treatment plants, these facilities, attract a lot of visitors. You can see during construction here in the distance, you see the anaerobic digestors. You can see the plant tracks and the biomodules. This particular picture shows you during construction when the reactors are emptied, and you can see the biomodules. And this is what the architectural rendering looked like. And voila, here's the built treatment plant with a few exterior shots. In the interior shots, you can make out standard features of the greenhouse. As I mentioned earlier, the greenhouse is come prefabricated with all these components. It's off the shelf. You can see the shading structure or the shading curtains on the roof. These serves as energy shields in the winter months and as sun shading during the summer. And you can make out the misting equipment, which helps to maintain the outside temperature during the hot summer months. In this particular case, you can also see solar panels on top. So the client was eager to enhance the sustainable aspects of the renovation, and the part of the roof of the greenhouse is covered with solar panels, helping to even further reduce the energy consumption. And of course, where this treatment plant was built, the winter gets very, very cold. But that's why we have the greenhouse. So even when the temperature outside drops below 20 or 25 degrees centigrade inside, it's easy to maintain the 6 to 8 degrees because there is a tremendous thermal inertia of the wastewater itself. So very little additional supplemental heat is needed to maintain the desired temperature. And of course, you can imagine that once you refurbish or retrofit an old treatment plant that used to be smelly and used to be ugly, now, with this kind of appearance, you can start to develop the neighboring real estate, and actually the value of that land will increase.